Hi there. So if you've ever thought about studying aromatherapy, this video is going to be a real treat for you. I have a special guest. Her name is Caroline. She is a stay-at-home mom and she is studying at the School of Aromatic Studies with Jade Shutes. So Caroline, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks for
happy to
having
be
me.
here. Thank you for coming. That's one of the schools I'm actually really interested in studying at. It was one of my when you
Yay.
do your research to be like, where should I study? And then you have like a little list.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely on my
It's on
list.
your
So I
short list.
on my short list, the best list. So something I want to say too is that if anyone is watching live or comes in, that you can just feel free to ask questions, and at the end we will answer any questions you may have for Caroline. Because Caroline's the star of our show today. So first question is, why did you decide to study aromatherapy, and do you have any future plans with it?
Yeah. Okay. I've been interested in herbal medicine for like years and years, and it was really just, I guess, last year where it kind of dawned on me like I should do aromatherapy. Like that's what I should do. It's just kind of a long process of trying to just looking into different like areas of natural wellness and natural medicine and trying to find kind of where I wanted to go. But yeah, aromatherapy was the best fit. I had, I've been like a self-taught like user of oils for a long time, like so many. But yeah, once I discovered like, okay, you can actually become legitimately certified in this and really know what you're talking about, that got me really excited. So um, in the future, I would really love to teach. That's teaching is really my passion. I want to teach and educate, create courses online. I would love to teach locally, and I would love to work one-on-one with clients as well, especially families. I see a lot of, my husband works with teenagers, and we see a lot of like anxiety, like emotional things happening, like, yeah, emotional, mental. And I'd love to work with like moms in pregnancy, all those things. So I feel like there are a lot of avenues.
Yeah, that sounds so cool. Would you want to have like your own aromatherapy school where people can get certified, or what does that look like for you?
Oh, I think that would be, uh, I'm thinking more so, I would love to just like kind of offer something for the layman, like somebody that wants to know a little bit more about, have like a whole picture. Because like when you're researching on your own, and this is again part of why I wanted to get certified. When you're researching on your own, you get like bits and pieces. There's a lot of conflicting information. You don't always know like, okay, well, what is this resource? Is this legitimate? Blah blah blah. So as a certified aromatherapist, being able to offer like kind of an essential oils 101, like if you want to start using them, you want to use them safely, you want them to be effective, you want to actually incorporate them into your daily life. Um, I just kind of want to have like a mini course that would just kind of equip people to really use them effectively at home. That's kind of more
Mm,
my, yeah. Or maybe even those that sell, because so many of people sell essential oils, like just giving like, okay, here's a good, if you want like a good solid foundation, so you really know like what you're talking about for your customers, like being able to offer that as well.
I like that. That would be if I was going to teach, which I'm like, maybe I will one day, that would be my clientele rather than actually teaching people to be aromatherapists. That's cool. We're twins.
Yeah.
And Tammy says, great goals. So those are really great goals. Yeah, thanks. Next question is, which school are you at and which program was it? Because I know there's multiple programs there. And how
Mm-hmm.
many hours is it?
Oh, I forgot to look at how many hours. It's not, I want to say it's around 100. So I'm at the School for Aromatic Studies with Jade Shutes, and I'm taking one of their foundations courses, which is a level 1 certification. I believe they used to only offer one. Now they offer two. It's the same course, but the one I'm taking has an additional module where you learn about intro to internal medicine. So um, just getting into internal use of essential oils, which is a pretty controversial topic, but which is why I wanted to learn more about it. So I'm doing their level 1 foundations course with that extra module in there. And yeah, I think it's around 100 hours. It's not crazy. Um, and it was affordable. That was like one of the main reasons I went with it too.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think you're about right with the 100-hour marks. I think level 2, usually it's like 200 and some hours. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
it
checked
really
out.
ramps up with the clinical one. But
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I like that. That is really neat. And I've seen her other courses. I looked into it once and I was like, oh, she offers like non-internal usage, like where it doesn't touch on it, and one where it does. So I was like, I like
mhm.
that she gives that option. And that's partially why I want to study with their school as well. Um, and tell me, is it online or is it in person?
It's online. You go at your own pace. There are options, I believe, if you want to do the level 1 certification, and I think it's actually coming up pretty quickly to do it like live online. So it's real time. But right now, mine is just go at my own pace. All of the stuff is always accessible to me. So I mean, you're buying a course, but you're also buying just like a really solid resource. It's basically an online textbook. Um, and yeah, it's been really, really nice, especially for me. I've got 3 babes now at home, and life is just really full. Some weeks I get a lot done, and some weeks I get like nothing done, and it's just nice that that's okay. So I'm really, really happy with the course that I've picked and just how it's fit into our life. It's fit in really, really seamlessly.
Yeah, and I like how you said there's like you have like a lifelong virtual textbook or resource.
Hmm.
Is it, I guess you said a long time. Like, is it lifetime? Sorry, I didn't catch that. It was lifetime?
Yeah, I mean, when you buy the course, you have it always. Like you have a login and all your courses are always there. And there's so many courses too. There's the certification courses, but then if you're just interested in like how to make salves and like butter, like body butters and stuff like that, there's a course that's like just for that. And anytime you buy a course, and they have a lot of free ones too, they're all on the same page and they're just always there all the time for you to use whenever you need them. And they're full of recipes and DIYs and tons of stuff. So
That's,
super helpful.
yeah, it sounds like it. And do you have a time limit? That's something I always ask because some courses they'll say you have like up to a year, up to 2 years to do it. Is there a time limit to when you have to get it done by?
I don't think so. Because I was worried about that. And I think
Mhm.
I mean, some people finish my course in like 2 months, and I think the average is like 4 months. I mean, it's taken me, I'm coming up on a year next month from when I signed up. So it, but I think you can take as long as you want. They've had people stop and pick it up like way later on down the road.
That's really practical. It's like no pressure. You can do it at your own pace. And I like that
Yeah.
you're a stay-home mom too. And I know there's other people who are stay-home moms that are like, oh, can I do this course? Can I not? Do I have the time? Do you have any tips for people who are stay-home moms that are like, can I invest in a course? Can I not?
Yeah, I think find one that's designed, well, find one that fits you. If you're the kind of person that you need that accountability, you need it to be like weekly, it's at this time, like I've got to be there, and you can work that out with your kids and your schedule, great. For me, I needed it to just fit in, like kind of in the margins when we could make it work. I do have time every week that I take, like Friday morning is my time where I get to go like 3 hours and just like work on school. And yeah, it's worked really well for us. And I would say if you are doing a go at your own pace style of program, be patient with yourself. I mean, this is my perspective. My kids are going to be this tender age for like a short while, and so it would be. I'm a goals person, like goal oriented, but I'm just always trying to keep in mind priorities. Like aromatherapy certification will always be there. My kid will not always be 5. So I'm just trying to, yeah, take my time, enjoy it, to not stress about it, because this is something that for me is really enjoyable. I love learning about it. I'm excited about my goals. I'm excited about where I'm going with it. And there have been times where I really wanted to jump into like, okay, like I have ideas for like a course. I'm going to like start outlining this thing. I'm going to like go, go, go. And then life happens and I can't do that. And so I think if you're a young, busy person and you're trying to fit this in to like what you do full time, you're trying to fit it in around that. Yeah, just give yourself grace, be patient with yourself. It's gonna happen, and it's okay to chip away at it. Like it really, really is. If you don't show up some weeks, like it's not the end of the world. You're gonna get it done. It's gonna happen. I've had to tell myself this a lot. so, so yeah,
That's
that's my advice.
Good, thanks. I'm sure people would be really blessed by hearing that advice. And it's like solid wisdom right there. I was like, yes, yes. So I'm sure a lot of people would really appreciate hearing that. Next one is more kind of which associations are they approved by? So if people are wondering which associations your course is approved by, which ones are they?
Well, I know it's NAHA, National Association for Holistic Aromatherapy. Jade Shutes at some point was the president, I think, of that. So, so I know it's for sure sort of or associated with that, but I have, yeah, that's it. That's all I know.
That's good.
Okay.
And yeah,
I
that's
know that's like
perfect.
the one. So.
That's the one. And that's what I was gonna say. That's usually what I tell people, like if you're gonna be getting certified, especially in North America, like I don't know what it's like in other places. I'm like, look at it like a reputable association, like National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, NAHA, and check which schools are approved by them. So I'm glad that,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised because I was looking into it, but now our viewers know. So level one, how many case studies did you need to do? I'm super curious.
Yeah, I actually haven't done them yet. This is like, that's my next thing. It's kind of the last thing. I'm really, really close to the end. So I need to do 5. And I know they need to be 2 sessions. I need to do like a consult session where we're talking about all of the things that the client wants addressed, the support they're looking for, you know, physical, emotional, all those things, and coming up with some products and some synergies and various things, trying to determine which route of application is the best. And then there needs to be a follow-up session as well. And then I don't know the details of like the paperwork, but I mean, I will need to present. I think I've seen other students' case studies, and yeah, it just organizing everything that you did and basically just explaining that in like a professional manner and presenting that. So yeah, I got to do 5. But I'm
Good.
really excited. I'm excited to like put all of this into practice because I'm putting it into practice like around my home, but like sitting down with like someone that's not like my child or my husband or like we're gonna fix you up and make this thing. Just like getting to like interview that person and listen to them and really hear what's going on, and then getting to like dig into all of these resources that I've been given and that I've been learning and just apply them. So I'm pumped. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited for you. It's exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you too many questions because you said you haven't done case studies and I don't want to put you on the spot, but that's cool. 5 case studies. I like it. And I know like things can vary so much from program to program. Like there's some programs I've talked to people from, I think it's AromaHead, and they were like, oh yeah, like our initial consultation counts as like one case study, and then making the product and the other stuff seems to count as another case study. I think it was
Oh
AromaHead.
wow,
I
that's
think it was.
interesting.
But yeah, like I'm like for me, it's like we have to do like consultation and then making the product and then like touch base every week or two. And then after that, like write up a report, which for me ends up being like 10 to 15 pages, usually 10 to 12 pages. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some people, I think it's a lot less. As I love hearing like what it's like in different places. So feel free to fill me in when you start doing them because then you'll like get all the insider tips. I'd love to hear
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
All right. So when you got into your program, were you required to purchase materials for your program, such as like books, apps, programs, oils, school supplies?
Yeah, there is a list of oils. I think it was maybe like 30 oils that you really like deep dive into learning about. And the course that you're purchasing kind of is your book. There you can purchase the physical copy, which I could see how that would be really helpful, but you don't have to. There's recommended reading, but you don't have to buy it. And truthfully, I mean, if you want, it's really like you think about what you want to buy, just think about what you want to get out of the program. Like you don't have, they're not going to know if you don't like buy beakers and like oils and stuff that you don't have. But if you want to get the most out of your program, you're going to like do the exercises. You're going to like really immerse yourself in everything you're being taught. So I did buy some, you know, just like those glass like beaker things. So to make mixing and pouring easier. And then I did need to add quite a few oils to my collection. I already had several. But that was kind of it. I mean, it wasn't a lot.
Cool.
Pretty low investment, like minimal, I would say, compared to some, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people who want to get to study essential oils already have oils, and I imagine that the 30 oils that are recommended for you include a lot of the popular ones too, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you said like something that kind of caught my attention is you said that you have like a virtual book, I guess like an ebook, but then you can also get the printed copy. Is it an actual textbook or is it kind of like a binder?
I I want to say it's like something you would put in a binder, I think.
Okay.
Like probably shrink wrapped, pages.
Yeah.
But I don't know that for sure because I don't know why. I think the physical copy might be newer. I could be totally wrong about that, but I think it has become available like within the last year and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but
That's okay. I'm not quoting you.
yes.
Yeah, but no, it's good to know that for visual learners, like some people really like to have books, and that could be a deal breaker for them.
Hmm.
Like for me, I was like, I need like paper, I need books. So just knowing that there is a paper option, I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Next question. What did you like best about your program or your school? Your program in
When
school?
when the thing that immediately pops into my brain is I feel like Jade is really, really wise when it comes to uh, just the study of aromatherapy and not clinging to a particular stance on anything. Um, Not be like, we're going to be like super, super low dilution, like really, really super safe and not risky at all. Like, but also not, essential oils aren't like a free for all. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to know what you're putting in your body and on your body. So she just takes a really level and balanced approach to like, let's keep learning. If new information comes out and we're going to do better with that new information, knowing better leads to doing better. And so um, she's not like totally against ingesting essential oils, but she's also like, you got to be smart. But she just takes like this really like nice balance with everything. I just feel like it's not like a super firm like stance that like immovable stance on anything in particular. So um and very much encourages you to kind of be your own. I mean, obviously, every body is different and people react differently to different things, but just encouraging you to experiment on yourself and just think about why the things that do work, why might that be? It's just like it's just a very common sense approach to it all, if you ask me. So um, I really like that. And then I've touched on this, but just the nature of the program, the way that you work through it, has been great for just where I am at in my season of life. It's been really doable. I also found that when I email with questions, I get responses. Like it's just nice that people actually there's communication. Sometimes, like if a video is not working, or if I have a question about something, or why that was said, or blah, 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 you can, yeah, you get answers to all your questions. So that's really
That's
nice
cool.
too.
Yeah, and how long does it take, if you don't mind me asking? Like if you're sending email, would you expect to get some back within the next couple days? A message back?
Usually it's within the week, 3 to 5 business days or whatever. Like I'll hear back, which is really, really nice.
Wow. And like the word you said for Jade, balanced, that's kind of what I kind of get from her. Like
Hmm.
I've watched her on you on Instagram and stuff like that, and just things I've read. I'm like, she seems really balanced and like
Hmm.
intuitive. Those are the words that I feel kind of
Yeah.
jump out at me about her.
Well, and she has, I think she has like over 30 years of experience in the industry, and she also like distills her own oils and hydrosols and makes her own like a lot of her own products. She studied in like London. I mean, she's been like kind of all over, and I feel like she's kind of had her foot in like, the French method and the English method. Like I feel like she's really well versed in both, so she has that perspective and that wisdom of having kind of walked both paths and just bringing together, kind of merging the two things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I look forward to as well. Like, 'cause I speak English and French and I see both resources and I'm like, what I'm learning in like a lot of Naha schools, like it's not completely what I see on the French side either. So it's nice to have that kind of in between balance. Someone who's like, I don't want to say like cultivé is like the French word for like cultured in the aromatherapy world. Like she's been on the English side and the French side, which is kind of cool. Um, all right. Next one would be, oh no, we're skipping this question. Don't look anybody. Okay. To end off, we were going to, yeah, I want to hear your advice for those who are thinking about aromatherapy, studying it.
Yeah. I mean, I think as I was processing it myself and trying to decide if this is something I really wanted to invest in, I mean, for sure, do your research on schools and programs, kind of the what is actually going to fit into your life best. And then I did right after I signed up, and we were talking, you and I were talking like on Instagram, and you were like, yeah, what do you think you're going to do with this after? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I thought about it, but like we were talking more specifics about like what can you legally do? Like the scope of practice of aromatherapy is really different from other things. It's vague, it's not as regulated. And so really think about like what do you want to do after? Like now I have goals and I'm really excited about that. Okay, good deal. The 3-year-old. And so I'm really excited about that stuff now, but I did have this like kind of oh crap moment, like, wait a minute. I don't know. What do I want to do? So yeah, figure out like what are your goals? What do you want to do with it? And then always know like if you end up just learning about aromatherapy and becoming educated and well versed, that's gonna bless you, your family, your friends. I mean, if that's all that comes of it, that's really valuable as well. So it's a really good investment. If it's something you're passionate about, I feel like it's a good investment no matter what. Especially if you feel like it's a program that, yeah, fits your season of life and fits into like what matters to you in the season of life and all of those things.
Oh, I like those. Those are really great finishing words. But some people might be saying now, well, where can we find you? So Caroline, tell us, how can we find you?
So right now, you can find me on Instagram at Hey There Wellness, and I talk a lot about aromatherapy. And now that I'm kind of closing in on finishing my course, I will be talking a lot more about it. I also talk about just eating healthy and being healthy on a tight budget. So you can find me there. Again, my goal hopefully is to create video courses. I would love to launch my own YouTube channel someday. I'm just taking this like one bite at a time because these 3 little kids are like everything right now. But yeah, that's what I love to do. So yeah, find me on Instagram and hopefully you'll be able to find me more places in not too long.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So yeah, everyone watching, if you look in the description part of this video, the replay, I'll put the link to Caroline's Instagram. So if you just kind of want to click, you can find it there. You can follow her, check her out, all that kind of stuff. And Caroline, if you ever make a YouTube channel that you're ready to share, I will also put the link down in the description so people can say, oh, she has an Instagram or a YouTube as well. Yeah. So I'll meet you on the other side of this video, but thanks for everyone who is watching. And thank you, Caroline, for coming today.
Yay. Thanks so much for having me. This was so fun.
It was. I liked it. Bye.